Well. Look who it is. Back, ladies and gents, once again. New webcam and all. And it's a pretty cool one. Got some nice cool features. So, yeah. Good to be here, guys. As always, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. How are you all doing, ladies and gents? Probably just see it's got some autofocus features, so pretty impressive. Might zoom in and out, back and forth during the stream. See how it goes. Yeah, but nonetheless, the other one was on the way out, so I had no choice but to do a little bit of an upgrade. Hope we're all doing well. It's interesting to see GJ has not done absolutely a thing since pretty much yesterday. So basically been just a real shit fight since the start of the week. Obviously Monday of that bank holiday and the yen going berserk. So since then it's just been consolidating. But interesting to see what we can come up with moving forward. As always, on gold 2 GU, and also have a look at NAS. Do hit the like button, guys, so we get more viewers to the stream. And it is very early. I don't know what's going to happen as soon as they pop on. What I think of GJ, what I think of gold. A bit frustrating having to explain myself every 5 minutes, but you kind of get used to it. But anyway, I hope you guys have had a good week, good start to the trading week. For me, no trades yesterday. I've only taken one trade this week still, and that was the trade taken live on stream Monday. So once again, we'll see what we can come up with moving forward today, and let's have a good one, guys. So just the mounting of the camera, it keeps adjusting itself, so it's a bit, you might see me play around with it a little bit today. Apologies, guys. I'll have it perfect for tomorrow. So yeah, so without further ado, guys, we'll start with GJ, see what we can come up with. It is just a shit hot mess at the moment, but nonetheless we will do the analysis. Plenty of time anyway. Just looking at gold, nothing ready just yet on gold as well, so no rush. We'll do the analysis starting with GJ, and let's have a good one. So staying on the weekly, previous weekly candle was a strong bullish candle. Current candle, high low high high. Looks like we could be flipping back bullish. Difficult to know what to make of that, other than the fact we do have a high low high high based off that one day, which was absolutely berserk, the Monday, the first day of the week. So I'd still call it technically strong bullish, but I'd be starting to refer to the current weekly candle as around New York session. However, again, just depends, because we do have that lower high, high low. The tough one. That's all I'm gonna say on the weekly. I'm not gonna really bother too much about the weekly time frame. On to the daily. Structure wise, we are bullish. Previous daily actually closed back bullish. Very little volume though. So we'll see what we've got above that previous daily counter high. Might start to open things up for potential buy options at that point there. We are technically bullish in structure. We do remain bullish. So we'll see what we can find now on the 4 hour. And that also still remains bullish. Above that resistance, which is the previous daily counter high, we can see we've got some pretty clean traffic to the left. There is, I feel, potential options to look for buys above that level without even worrying about going down to M30. So I'm just going to mark in the resistance. I know I'll be looking for the buys above that 197.378 upon continuation. We've been consolidating, really very little volume consolidating, but form support at the resistance. Below, we've got another level of support. Very choppy price action on GJ. We'll see if we can adjust this zone a bit. On the M30 we can. So the 4 hour was technically bullish. The M30 structure, you could argue it's flip bullish as well. It's the high, it's not close below the low, the swing point. So the bias is, believe it or not, to the upside. Definitely to the upside in GJ. I'm just going to remove this zone support, because reason being is because as soon as we break below that level, we're running straight into the support here to the left hand side. So it's just a real shit fight at current level. Very little volume, very little momentum. So right now on GJ, the options for me really are, there's probably 3 options. I'm looking for to see if price pulls up to 197.20. We've rejected it multiple times. It is the 4 hour resistance. We do so yet again. I'd look for potential signals and my catalyst to maybe look for a sell from back up at this resistance. As long as we keep respecting it, then what we're likely going to do is head back down, and then I'll show you exactly what I mean by that once we go into the NAS analysis a little later on. That level I mentioned yesterday, we remain below, we're likely going to reject, and that's exactly what we did do eventually on NAS. So buys above the highs would be the second option in my opinion. If we do break above that previous daily candle's high, we've got counter probabilities to the upside on daily time frame. Previous daily did close back bullish. Not only that, we've got structure bullish. We have pretty much equal, a series of higher highs and now an equal low. If you pull up and break that high, start to close above that 197,387, then I'd be looking for my potential buy options. Clean traffic to the left hand side, I think it'd be a really nice option. They might have the more volume in it today as well, so we'll have to wait and see for that. And the final option at this point is simply to wait to see how, if price pulls back, how it reacts to around that 196.50 psychological round number, and look for my candlestick price action to take a buy back up. Anything in between, my opinion, is going to be less probable. I would rather it pull back down to the 4-hour support. Reason being is, if it pulls up this point here, the support just a little bit low below the current support, and then you're basically just running straight back into that mess, that consolidation. So I'd rather have a bit more margin to play with, so I'd be more patient, wait for it to see if it comes back down towards that 196.50, see if I could potentially get my buys from above that level. And we're not going to worry about further sell options below that support just yet, because we're far and away off it. So that is a GJ, guys. Once again, make sure to hit the like button so we get more viewers on stream. Wednesday is my day, guys. Wednesday's the day where I seem to get the most amount of viewers and the most views after the stream. So give me a hand by hitting that like button. In the meantime, let's take a look at gold. So gold's continuing in his merry way back down. Been a big sell from gold, creating some lower highs, lower lows. So looking at it on the weekly, so it's a strong bearish candle. We have a lower high, lower low to that previous bearish candle. Once again, this suggests to me pull back to within the current weekly candle. There's a chance that could be met by resistance on the minor time frames to head back down and potentially retest the low. And if you do have the volume and if you do have the momentum, potentially create a lower low as well. Onto the daily, the structure still remains bullish. It's the only time frame that structure is bullish at the moment. But looking at previous daily candle closed back, obviously a very strong bearish candle. We are at a bit of a support here to the left though. Current candle has a lower high, lower low. It's pulling back within its own candle. So let's see what we've got below it though. Below it, because we obviously would have formed a support, a minor support at the current daily candle's low. So if we are to continue bullish now that we have broken a lot of the previous, we really have no need to break the high. We really have no need to pull back down and break the low of the candle. So seeing we do so, if we pull back up and break our own high, and again, this is without even looking at the minor time frames just yet, likely at that point then we're going to make a deeper pullback into that previous daily candle. And what I'm going to do is mark in a 50% of that candle and just see if it lines up with a level of previous support or resistance on the minor time frame. So I've marked that in, and what I want to see is if price does pull back to grab more liquidity from that previous candle within the current candle, I want to see the sellers pop back in from pretty much below that 50% level and potentially send this thing back down towards the current daily candle's low. So there are 3 levels I'm interested in right now. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, and we are technically bearish on the 4-hour. So the daily was bullish, but counter probabilities in the downside. The 4-hour structure is technically bearish. Kind of lines up with this support to the left, that 50% that previous daily candle. What we've done within the current candle formed support right at the lowest point. Got a little bit of margin, not a great deal, but a little bit of margin down to this 4-hour support. A little bit below it to the left hand side. As for the resistance, we're not going to mark anything just yet. It's way off on the 4-hour, but we know we are bearish. We have continuing to obviously create some lower lows. So they're the levels I'm going to focus on right now on the 30-minute. All right, hold on, I just want to go back to this. Have we retested the 4-hour level from yesterday? I'm going to be marking a level here because if we start to close above it, we're starting to pop back above yesterday's level. So back above that 4-hour support. I'm just going to drag it across to something more recent. All right. Gold is it's a difficult one drawing this zone in, because it's just as soon as you break one resistance, you run straight into another. I'm just going to do that for the time being. All right. Drag this across. Now, also I'm going to mark into 50%, see if there is a zone at that level. And there is. Look at that. It literally taps into a resistance. So that is perfect. So there we go. Absolutely perfect, guys. So gold for me, sells. Prefer to sell. I'm not going to try to be a hero and buying it. The structure will technically flip on a closure above this resistance just here. It's in a big downtrend at the moment. Current weekly is forming very strong bearish, very bearish candle. Would there be options? Actually, let me think about this. It could be potential buys above 22.8870. It is the most recent resistance. If we are to continue bearish within the current daily candle, we're looking to see what levels we should reject and head back down. Obviously, we've got the level we are currently at. If we do reject that level, then there is a good chance we will head back down. We pop above it, start closing above it, and there is a good chance we will head up to 22.92. So Xauusd will be the 30-minute will be flipping back bullish, technically not until that high. It's a tricky one, guys. It really is, because in all honesty, whilst we're in such a strong downtrend, I'd rather just be patient, wait for it to pull back up, seeing it is bouncing off the support, retest that 22.9250 or 22.94, 96 level, and if it rejects anywhere within this gray zone, I'd look for my signals within price action to potentially take a sell option back down. Whoever sells below the current daily candle's low form support that level. If we are to continue bullish, we should not need to break the low. We should just head break, and if we do, we start closing below it, there's a high probability we'll head back down to 22.78. So there should be enough margin, as long as it doesn't just make the move within the candle that breaks out. Sells from higher up as well. So it is a Euro holiday as well, guys, so the stream might not be as many on stream today. Just wanted to neaten this up. Yeah, I'm not still keen on the buys, but I'm just needing the zone up. It's not such a big one. And if we reject now, see, that's the thing, if we reject 22.88 and we get the right callous in price action, we'll also be looking for a sell to take it back down to 22.82, 83, that sort of level. So as long as we remain below here, and I think the sell options are definitely valid. Potential buys above, but I'm not going to mark it in because I'm not convinced just yet. I want to see how price reacts to it. If we maybe form a little bit of consolidation again at this resistance and then start to close above it come around London Open, then I might start to trust it a bit more for that potential buy option. But at this stage, at this rate, I'm going to be looking for my sells on gold. And it's just a matter of waiting patiently for that to arise if and when it does. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to spend the whole stream trying to get this stupid camera in place properly. That's the analysis on gold. Got 10 minutes and a bit remaining for this candle. 10 minutes and change, so we can quickly look at GU. My main man who trades GU is not trading today, so not sure if anyone else does trade it. Looking at the weekly, it is forming a bearish candle. However, it does have a high low, high high to the previous candle. So wait and see. We'll see what we've got below the current daily, current weekly candle's low. Once we go down daily time frame, structure wise, we are still technically bearish. All right, so breaking a support. If we begin to pop below the current daily candle's low, we've broken actually below that bullish candle, so they can't form support. We're just popping back above though, above the lowest point. Seeing we have a lower high, lower low to the previous though, we should really not need to pull back and break our own high yet again. So it'd be worth marking that little in, see what we've got above it for potential buy options. Now the 4-hour structure, I would argue, is still bullish. As the highest point, we've not closed below the swing point just here. So at this stage, it's still bullish, but it's obviously been in a downward move, a pullback, a downtrend. Most recent price action. It's going to be difficult marking levels again. This is a tricky one on GU, to be honest. I think I had the same issue yesterday. I'm going to go wait till I go down to the 30 and I'll start marking some levels. All right, the 30-minute structure, let's take a proper look at this, is also technically bearish. Below the current daily candles low, obviously clean traffic to the left, looks ripe for continuation sells. Obviously I prefer to wait for closures below, but just depends how price approaches that level, and it could also be a potential impulse entry come closer to London Open. And also see we've got a level of resistance form within the current daily candle at 124,870. So if we do pull back only to reject that level, I would look for my potential sell options below it. Sells below. Now as for the buys, I mean sells from higher up too. Not convinced by buys above that level. I'd rather see a bit of structure form this point here. I'm not convinced by buys at all, to be honest. I'd rather just be patient, steer on the side of stick to the side of sells. If I'm me trading GD today, been in a massive pullback, obviously, as all the majors have been. So I'd just be patient, wait for it to set up for a potential sell. Maybe once you have a strong counter closing back bullish in a 4-hour, then that might give me a different opinion of it moving forward, as far as looking for a bit of structure to form within that 4-hour candle series of high lows, high highs in M30. And that's when I might start trusting taking buy options on GU moving in towards pre-NY. So that is GU. And let's take a look at NAS. We've got still plenty of time for these counter closes. Obviously big sell-off from yesterday, and I did mention actually I mentioned on a coaching session yesterday, the lady who trades NAS, that earnings reports are all out throughout this week. There was some yesterday. I'm assuming a lot of those missed on expectations, so NAS has taken a big move to the downside. Looking at the weekly structure, the weekly candle itself, sorry, does have a high low, high high, but it is forming a very strong bearish candle side, almost just reverse to the current weekly candle now, opposed to waiting in towards NY. Daily structure wise, we have bearish, very strong bearish engulfing candle in that previous candle. Current daily is a higher lower high, lower low to the previous. Be marking a high and low of it, just see what we've got either side of it. But we are technically bearish in structure. We could also mark in the 50% also. So what I want to, I'll show you guys again once I draw in the 4-hour zones, but from yesterday, that rejection of that key level on the 4-hour, the wrong thing, sorry guys. So marking a 50, and I want to see if that lines up with anything on the minor time frames for potential rejection. Again, same as gold, I want to see if price does pull back to that level. I want to see sellers step in, defend that level, and send this thing back down if we are to continue bearish. If we start to pop above it, consolidate above it, I'm likely going to close back a very strong bullish candle in the current daily. So the 4-hour, we are technically bearish as well. We have just recently formed a support on the 4-hour, so we'll be marking that low. Not yet confirmed resistance. I'm not going to bother about putting anything into the upside just now in zone. So the downside, we've got this level 1726 roughly. Now onto the M30. All right, perfect. Again, as with gold, that 50% lines up with a resistance on the 30-minute time frame. So similar on NAS, the GU, below the current daily candles low, you got some really nice clean traffic. So definitely upon continuation below previous daily, current daily candles low, sorry, we do have a lower high, lower low to the previous. We begin to break that level, and there's a high probability that we will end up coming back down towards that 1724 upon continuation below that level. Further sells below the resistance up here below 50%. Again, I want to defend that level. If we were to continue bearish, I want the sellers to start popping in. And the same scenario as for buys with GU, I wouldn't just be buying it now. I'd be waiting for minimum a nice strong closure on the 4-hour within it, let it form a bit of structure on the 30-minute, something like so, and then you could potentially look for a buy as the new 4-hour counter creates that high low, higher high to end up on a potential deeper pullback. Yeah, and a target would be 50% that previous daily candle. So that is NAS. I'm favoring sells as well. And that is the 4 pairs that I analyzed, and hopefully it all makes sense. So just let me quickly send a message out to someone, and I'll be with you guys shortly. You have to forgive me, guys. I had a shit house sleep. I had such a restless night. That bloody noise woke me up again. Woke me up twice. Woke me up once about 1:30. Finally fell asleep again about 2:30, and woke me up at 4. And after that, it's just a nightmare. Not sleeping in. So figured out what it is though, which is a good thing. But I don't know what to do about it. It's an absolute nightmare. All right. So what we got today. Guys, hit a like button. It's not acceptable with 29 viewers. You guys are great, but we need more. And you guys are the ones that need to help me by hitting the like button. Dope, good morning to you. Saxy as well. RR, good morning, mate. My runner from yesterday is still in play on gold. I got in at 22.23 during the live. Nice one. 23. What was 23.23? Yep. Yeah, I remember you saying nice one, brother. Good work. English cartoon, good day to you. RR, been waiting for this move for 2 weeks. Close under 2015 on the 4 hour, and we'll go up towards, we go back towards 22.67. Oh, it's looking good. So well done. Conpara, good day to you. Lau, good morning. BK, brother, hope you're well, my friend. If anyone needs video edits, that is your man in the chat just there. I hope you're well, brother. Sent you a message, by the way. Sean, how are you? I'm all good. Not going to be as long. Go London soon. Oh, you gotta go. Oh, okay, all good, brother. All good, my friend. Appreciate you popping in. Barman, definitely haunted. Just give a like, guys. It's not. It's bloody. It's the water system. Something's triggering it off. Well, so maybe it's haunted because something's triggering it off in the middle of the night when no one swears to have been using it. So, and it sounds like you know, it sounds like an old clunky car when you start it in the morning, and it just and it takes like a few goes to actually get it to tick over properly. And it's got that windy noise as well. It's so frustrating. I'm a really light sleeper, so hence coffee number 2 for today. I only usually have 1. Still managed to hit the gym though, which is a must. All right, let's test this out. How cool is this, guys? Just stand up for a sec. I'll move back. I think we're zooming out. I think so, but when I sit down, it's gonna let me down, isn't it? I shit you not, before I was doing it, I probably gotta stand there for a certain amount of time. Here we go. I think the picture's clearer. It works better than the last one anyway, so. So the focus guys, well, I think it'd be ignorant of me not to focus on gold right now, because look at GJ. It's just a pigsty. It's an absolute mess. It looks like the shape of the comb I used to brush my beard. Not that I brush it, but anyway, it does look very much like one of those. Just sideways, pure barcodes on GJ. So gold, at least it's making some moves up and down. So I think gold is definitely going to be the option if anything presents anyway. It's definitely going to be what I'm following. All right, so got a weak bearish closure, bullish closure on the 15. What I'd like to see now is, and again, it's just me planning ahead. If this candle closed a strong bearish candle in the first 15-minute candle, followed by a weak bullish candle on the second 15-minute candle of this EU Open candle. What that's going to do is form a minor support within a strong bearish candle closure, the M30. And then I could look for a sell option as the new candle creates lower high, lower low. Very similar to the trade we took on Monday. Sean, you gotta go? All good, man. All good. Thank you for popping on and say g'day. Wish you luck. Yeah, have a good day. Still managed to hit the gym today with absolutely zero energy, and I still did wide, what is it, the wide grip pull-ups as well. So that's an effort. That's probably one of the toughest, if not the toughest exercise to do. 3 sets of those. First 2 sets got pushed out 10. Second one was about 6. Third one, sorry, was 6. Pretty impressed though. Alright, I'm gonna open up a Zoom. It's just easier for me to annotate if I'm using Zoom. Alright, and there's the invite link. If anyone wants to jump on, ask questions, I am the only streamer that does this. So we are a stream with a bit of a difference. I do give you guys the option to come on and say g'day. Just behave and make sure you're watching on another device, the YouTube stream. Steve, good morning, brother. Hope you're well. Oh, Bitcoin is dropping as well. Just noticed that. That's a decent catalyst to suggest that maybe ready to pull back a bit further. I mean, if Bitcoin starts to break previous daily candles low, look at that for clean traffic. This thing could really come back down to earth around that 50, 53 sort of level. So yeah, we'll see. Good morning to you, James. Hope you're well.
Morning, champ.
What's going on?
GU sales. Cool.
Oh, nice one.
Well, yeah. The only thing I don't like is that it's just that 4 hour is the we've got 8 bearish candles in a row, something like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Love to just have one bullish candle in there somewhere. But...
yeah, but I mean, the good thing is you got a pause on the 30-minute time frame, so
yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So it's not like it hasn't pulled back at all in that big movement on the 4 hour. So I think it's looking. Are you ready in? Are you?
No, I'm waiting for a close below that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If it closes below, I think it could really be a good option.
Frustrating, isn't it? Because on the GJ daily chart looks so good for buys. You just know it's not going to work out like that.
No.
The way that it's set up.
That's it. Don't be fooled, guys, because how often you see it where it looks perfect, it looks so clean, and what it'll likely do, because same thing as yesterday. Pop up, here we go, and then sink straight back into consolidation.
I was looking at it, and it was about 2:30, I think, 3 o'clock my time.
Okay, yeah.
And you could just tell by the way it was approaching and even the way it pushed above, you just think, I just do not trust this in the slightest.
Exactly. How it wicks all the way back down to the support or below the consolidation. Close back above it. It just screams that I'm going to stuff around with so many accounts today. you can just go on GJ and see one of those moods.
Also, GU's broken with no top wick.
Yeah. Still think if it closes below, it should be good. So if that closes below, then likely God's gonna maybe give me my option as well.
What are you looking at on gold? Is it the same story?
Similar play to Friday's what I'm looking at just now. So we'll like for this 15 minutes close back strong bearish, and then wait still for a closure in the 30 because I don't want to be selling it yet without any confirmation in the 30 minute that we're going to reject the same level. 15 won't suffice for me. So if the 30 closes strong bearish within it the 15 create that minor pause on the next 15-minute candle, then I'll definitely look for a sell. But otherwise, if it closes just a bearish candle with a lower high low, not as keen. Has to close very strong bearish if I'm to consider just the sell based off 30 minute without the support on the 15 in between. Ian,
do you like those?
Sorry, mate?
So I was gonna say, I do like those sells where you sell it from a little bit higher up, and then you get both. You could get both of those rings.
Yeah, agree. It's my preference to be honest, but yeah, it's obviously you can't choose all the time. You just gotta have a plan, and because upon continuation could also spill on GU right now. That's the option. But if I had a preference, yeah, sure, I'd rather sell it from a resistance. Funny that, because years ago I had no idea how to execute on these trades. Sell from resistance, buy from support. It was shit. It was like just waiting. All right, what do I do now? We've got a bearish candle. So do I sell it? Because that's as simple as what some other streamers used to make it out to be, but it wasn't. I remember watching back in the day. Again, I'll just say name Roger Banks because everyone knows who he is. And it seems so simple. We just get to a resistance. All right, we're at resistance. Got a candle closing back bearish in M30. Going to sell it now. It's not that simple, honestly. If only it was. And same for support. You need to look a little bit more within the candle, I feel. And that's why I looked to the 15 as well, just to see what's going on in between. And that's why I also like to have my catalyst 30-minute closures, such as engulfing, bearish engulfing candles or bullish engulfing candles that support, things like that. Whereas, GJ, yeah, been over GJ, just ignore it for the time being. Very simple, let it come back down to 196.50 and form support to buy it. Or if it remains below 197.250 or to 30 roughly, then I'd like to sell it. Otherwise, buy some other previous daily candles high. Very simple in GJ.
I like that. What's your analysis in GJ? Avoid it. Avoid it with costs.
Avoid it, basically. It's just experience. I mean, you know it too, man. When it's like that, just let it do its thing. Let it show you where it wants to move. And then pick up the pieces.
And we've both had days of trying to force small trades.
Yeah, and getting wrecked.
Ending up the day losing big.
Yep. Many a time back in the day. And revenge trading, all that shit starts to creep in as well. Because yeah, it's a shit feeling because you know you shouldn't have been taking trade to begin with. I think we got so used to impulse entries at that point. Breakouts just always at London Open. It was a breakout entry.
and like trading every day. Oh, where's our win for the day? It does not work like that at all.
No, not at all. Bernardo, how much I think you mean percent up in April? Not too sure percentage wise. I'm not even too sure. I'd say it'd be more than, definitely more than 5. Nothing huge, but nothing, but still not a bad return.
Oh yeah, 1st of May today.
Yeah, I didn't even realize.
No, I didn't.
I hope I've got the right date for the stream.
Yeah, it's.
I really haven't checked, to be honest. The actual, I can work out the rough profit. So that's about just 6 and a bit. But again, I don't trade that much, guys. So GJ is building liquidity below and above RR. Yeah, at the moment, because this essentially is what liquidity is it built up into markets when prices consolidate. I think I've mentioned it on the past stream. If anyone has TradingView Pro, I think you can access it, the lazy bear indicator. I think it's a little bit more to the name. I'm pretty sure if you just type in lazy bear, it should come up. Let me see. I don't have TradingView Pro, so. Oh, well, there's plenty of lazy bear indicators. It's the volume one. So if you, yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's the volume flow indicator. I'm pretty sure that's the one. No, it's not actually. So I shouldn't be able to access it. But anyway, what it does is when you have a range, you basically same as a fib from top to bottom, and where the volume shoots out the most on the side here, the bars that indicates where the most volume is being built up into the market, and it's always around consolidation, not these big wide areas of free traffic. They've literally got no volume. Gold popping back up. You back above the support, so bit of waiting.
Yeah, I quite like that. The GU is not just pushing now.
Yeah. B1 for the open.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Come back, create an upper wick on the hourly, and then push back down again at 10 to 8.
Yep. Alright, GG. Oh yeah, read that. It will take stops at London Open. Yeah, it could, potentially. I think a lot of people will be trying to sell it right now. Or after this candle closes. But it's still essentially just consolidating. There is no catalyst in my opinion.
It just looks so bad.
Yeah, it just looks like absolute shit. Looks really rank. Fuck, I'm so tired, man. The worst sleep.
It makes you feel better. I had about 8.5 hours.
Oh, you prick. And you still look bloody bleary-eyed.
Yeah, I
you
know.
look like you just woken up.
I have. It's terrible.
Yeah. Well, just to rub it in, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I had a shocking sleep. Really bad. Woken up That bloody noise twice. Real pain. Still hit the gym though, so
Yeah, I heard you saying.
no idea how.
2 sets of 10 on the on wide grip's pretty good going, obviously.
Yeah, and then third at 6. So, and then I tried the static hold on the last rep,
Yeah.
and that burns like buggery. That really works.
I do like those holds.
Oh, mate.
On anything really.
Yeah, they really. I was in fair world of pain last week after pull-ups, and last week I did narrow grip, like the hammer grip, which is a lot easier.
Yeah. So much nicer.
Yeah, it's a lot more friendly. So I can imagine.
Feels like you can actually pump the reps out.
Yeah, you can do those quite easily.
Yeah.
The first few sets anyway. Always the third set, the lactic acid starts to kick in, or fatigue.
What are you doing today? Are you going today?
No,
I mean,
that's what I've already been.
It's still evening, isn't it?
Yeah, but I struggled afterwards, to be honest, though, because it's probably too big of a workout back and chest on the same day.
Yeah, we used to do back and chest. Yeah.
It's hard, man, because they're both obviously, especially because I'm trying to put on a little bit more size again, so I'm doing a bit more on the compound lifting. And you're just fatigued, especially after doing the wide grip pull-ups, which I did first. The rest of the back exercises were okay. As soon as I got to chest, whoa, that was a
Are you
struggle.
supersetting or just?
Nah, not. Look, I usually do. I do some on the shoulders and arms a lot, but because I'm trying to just lift a bit heavier to build a little bit more size, I'm taking a little bit more break. Still not more than like a minute and to a minute and a half max, but just concentrating on form.
That's still very little.
Yeah, oh mate, when I'm in high intensity mode, I'm lucky to take 30 seconds. That's not worth a lie. Yeah.
Oh man, I never take less than a minute. Either absolutely minimum.
Nah, mate, I can get through a workout heaps of reps and really high intensity stuff within like 30 to 40 minutes max most of the time.
Apart from stone sent by the gods.
What I missed? Hold on.
YouTube chat.
Barman, you need to get someone to pray and perform ritual rites. On what? Oh, okay. Because you're talking about because the bloody water system is haunted. So I'm playing for water at all times of night, but no one has any idea who it is. Everyone claims to be asleep. If cells are active, I will wait for a look above and fail first. That confirms cell stops are hit and move is on GJ. Yeah, that could be an option. Traders Profit Club. Good goal cell. Funnily enough, I used to be part of a group called Traders Profit Club, but I'm pretty sure it's not the same guy. That was the first group I was ever a part of, and that was mainly crypto. Good goal sell. It could be a good goal sell, but not just yet. Tony Lyons, good morning to you. There we go. There's my man. You're not wrong though, Ben. You're exactly right. I am. Massive boulder shoulders. I've got the V tapered figure. Quite close to the ground though. But what's that?
How tall are you?
How short am I? No comment. Look, let's say I'm definitely over 5'5". On a good day, close to like 5'8". Roughly. But it makes me feel good that every day I walk into the gym, I'm not the shortest guy in there. So there's always one or two, and they're looking at me, he's taller. It's unfortunately I was born in an era where we skipped all those hormones and that. The chicken wasn't pumped with as much hormones as what it is these days. And that was a favorite of the old lady to cook for us. Chicken breast, chicken legs. I swear, man, kids these days, my brother's nephew, even my son, he's tall, he's a giant for his age.
How old is he?
He's 8, but his most recent checkup when he went to have his arm C2. When he had his X-ray, they tested his height and everything, his weight, and he's actually I think about 5 or 10 centimeters above the average for his height, for his age. Sorry.
Before the growth spurt as well.
Yeah, he takes after his mum. His mum's actually a few centimeters taller. Her family are quite a tall family, so lucky for him. Actually, my girlfriend's quite taller than me, to be honest. She'd be I think about 5'9", 5'8", 5'9".
Oh, a friend of mine who I used to gym with, and he started gymming way later than me. He's about 5'7", and
yeah,
just absolutely smashed past me on the bench press because of his range of motion. So much different.
Yeah,
within about 3 months of us both going, he was way stronger than me.
Yeah, it's the little guys have strength. It's a center of gravity, I think, because we're closer to the ground, you know. So we can push off it easier. I used to lift heavy, but yeah, I'm starting to a little bit on back and shoulders, but still nothing like what I used to.
Yeah, same. I've stopped doing it. Most of the heavy stuff.
Just not worth it, especially if you do it wrong. Pay for it.
My shoulders are telling me no.
Yeah. I've been lucky, you know, touch wood. I've never had any serious injuries, and I've been gymming since bloody, I don't know, for the past 22, 23 years.
Wasn't such a big thing then as well. I feel like nowadays everybody goes, whereas when I was 20, no one really went. It's only in the last 6 or 7 years where everybody has started going.
Yeah, it's the thing, isn't it? It's a trendy thing right now.
Yeah.
Sharif, good morning to you. RR took gold by 86 as I see a step up for a little pullback. Piping it. But you're looking pretty good. Nice one. UZB, buy or sell. Looking for a sell on gold, but right now it's not setting up. Would I consider the buys? Now looking at the 15, I think it's better above that level. At least at that point, you're clearing that wick on the 30 as well, and it's much cleaner. Yeah, I think that's where they're definitely going to get some cleaner buy options.
I like what GU's doing.
Yeah, so it's tapped below the zone's broken, but it's pulling back. So again, just goes to show that best to wait for the confirmation. Because in the past, that'd be something we would definitely look to take a couple of years back.
Yeah, agreed.
But now we know it's not playing out like it used to, so if you have to adapt to the markets, to market conditions.
Also, they feel more sustainable, these trades. I feel like you can get this kind of thing in every market condition, whereas when we were trading those breakouts, the market had to let you have them, essentially.
Yeah, it had to happen obviously at a certain level, so on continuation above the high or low, and at pretty much a session open or maybe half an hour into it or before it. That's pretty much how we used to roll. And it worked really well for about 6 months. This freaking camera keeps dropping. Caroline, which concepts do you use on your trades? Well, it's basically what I look for is price to be at certain levels, and then I look for my colors within price action to look for my entry. So I've got a zone here marked in on gold, which is a minor time frame, a 30-minute zone. I want to see it reject, and if we do hold that level and it gives me my signal within price action to sell it, such as there's a few options. It could be engulfing candle, bearish engulfing, could be one which we took on stream Monday, which works an absolute treat when I see it, where we have obviously we require candle close back bearish in the M30 within it if it closes somewhat like what I'm about to draw. So this is the M30 for closing. Oh yeah, I swear I clicked to red. Man. So if this is the 30-minute closure, and on the actual 30 itself, it's not closed back bearish engulfing or anything, it would have closed back strong bearish. But if within this 30-minute candle, we have these two candles, like so. So it could be any sequence, could be bullish bearish, could be bearish bullish. Let's just say of course, wrong color. The shit show this morning, guys. I'm so tired. Let's just say we have a candle closing like so, bullish candle followed by the second 15-minute closing bearish engulfing, closing M30 like so, like this candle here, which I originally drew out. Then I'll look to sell it as price breaks that the low of the bearish candle. And if it's vice versa, where the first candle is a strong bearish candle, second candle is a weak bullish pause, then I look to sell it as price breaks that minor pause. There are many different catalysts that I use. There's heaps. Liquidity candles, so obviously long wicks to the upside only close back below the range, suggests to me we just grab liquidity. If we begin to break low of the candle that does form like so, for instance, like this, and I'd like to sell it on the following candle as it breaks the low. So it's a matter of just watching, sticking around, because I have many different ways of getting involved in trades. But basically just look at certain levels that where we're at, where I want price to be at, to look for my trades. And often it's basically from a resistance or a support, otherwise continuation above a resistance or below support. Mr. Phil, more into you. Alright, you're buying GU as well? And what so far it's respecting that support, so if it closes above. Leo, more into you. Your idea on GU, let me have a look. Nope. Unless I did that wrong. No, it's not working, my friend. Give it another go. Alright, so GJ's closed. Sorry, GJ. Fucking until I've had no sleep. Gold is closed strong bullish. Yeah, so there's nothing for me right now. Not gonna look for a buy flips because still below the resistance here. I don't feel it's a strong enough catalyst buy on impulse. It breaks, and plus we are still technically bearish as well. We won't flip back bullish until we actually close above the resistance here, so still could reject. It is valid, so if anyone is interested in taking it, not the worst entry, but I'm just going to be a little bit more cautious on gold at the moment because we are falling still quite well in a downtrend where you have low high low low to that previous candle. So I want to see a little bit more, like to see the closure above it to confirm 30-minute structure flipping, and I might start considering buy options. Have we had a pause? Not really. Just popping up. So if anyone did take a breakout entry, what I would suggest is you should have your stops now probably below the entry candle, because seeing as a high low high high has no need for us to continue bullish, pull back down and break its own low yet again. I'm not in it though, not in a gold trade, just waiting. Oh, GU close. Still consolidating, nothing in my opinion on GU as well.
Need to wait for them to open for that one.
Exactly. Patience.
I'd rather that.
And there's lots of news about too. So obviously ADP today, big one. Euro bank holidays. PMI as well. So that's gonna be huge as well. It's a massive day.
Yeah, yeah.
FOMC.
They're both huge, aren't they? ADP.
Yep. PMI. You've got FOMC as well. So that's going to be a massive one. So gold might not really do all that much, and same as all the majors, to be honest. They might be a bit slow till then.
I never understand how people trade news. I love watching it happen.
Yeah,
with zero positions running.
Yeah, exactly. Thinking about everyone who's just been rolled and lost.
Yeah. And being slipped, watching
margin
spread 10 pips. Okay.
I don't know, man. Again, I learnt my lesson. Learnt the hard way. Slipped $10 on a gold entry. 100 pips. Wasn't a good feeling. Not a good feeling at all. Margin call. Gone. Gonski. The account was gone. RR. Power later. Yep. Oh, Bitcoin is dropping. Drop below 60.
I'm guessing RR is in GU buys now then. You're waiting for a close above.
Yeah, it's just consolidating. I think it's not ready really for anything at the moment.
Yeah.
So any buy option? I just don't see any, because as soon as you break through this 15-minute resistance, which is the same level on the M30s that hide that bullish candle, you're running straight into another resistance to the left-hand side. It's really choppy price action. I just don't see anything.
Yeah.
Nothing clean. Anyway. You also down. All the majors are down. Big sell-off on NAS as well. while rejecting. So let's see, is it going to give a sell option? One minute open, 25 minutes to wait and see, 24 minutes.
My spread on GJ is back to normal, which is good news.
Yeah, so it's all
Been at
settled down.
Yeah, been at 3 pips for the last like, 3 days.
Yeah, that's hard, man. I remember using a wonder, and that was before I even used raw spread for wonder. When I first started scalping, switched across from swing trading, and the spreads were about between 3 and 4 on GJ, and there was no way you could aim for 10. You need to aim for a lot more.
Yeah, and also I just don't think even if you can't even use the same strategy that you would use for the 10 pip.
No,
because even if you allocate the difference, it still doesn't really work.
No, it doesn't. It was a real pain in the ass because I remember the early days and everyone's securing. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm only like 6 pips up, 7 pips up, and then it comes back to entry.
So and everyone else is back to entry.
Yeah, and
you go back to entry.
Back to entry, you haven't secured a thing. I switched over to raw spread, and it was still wasn't great. I think it was like 2 pips on GJ.
What commission do you pay now on raw spread on IC?
What is it, 7 US? A lot. So
it's pretty normal, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think you get much less than about 5.
No, I think Blueberry. I think you get 0 commissions on gold. I did open up a Blueberry account, but I haven't funded it. I also opened up an 8-cap account, but not funded that as well.
Lots of the prop funds use 8-cap, I think.
Yeah.
And the Blueberry, I think, actually.
Oh, I'm not sure about Blueberry. I've noticed a lot of them use 8-cap, ones that I've actually looked at. So this is the instance where I want to see if this 15-minute close is strong bearish, and then we have a weak bullish closure on the second 15-minute candle, this M30, and it's still going to close this M30 strong bearish candle. It'd be great if we can close back below this resistance, back below the bottom of the blue zone, and we could have sell options at the open. So I'm looking out on gold. Again, didn't just jump into a trade. Waiting patiently to see if my priority eventuates. And at the moment, I'd rather sell it. That was the thumbnail, man. I loved it. It was good fun making that one. Once again, if everyone needs thumbnails done, I'm your man.
You making all the right noises.
Yeah, G's looking good if it can close below. Also coming to the open. So perhaps it's just grabbed a little bit more liquidity for the open. But also,
yeah, that's why I wanted to see that push up and like that.
Yeah, that's good. But we also know the open, I mean, it could do pretty much anything, couldn't it?
Yeah.
So it could look really good, but doesn't necessarily mean it will make the move. But still, as long as it ticks the box and, you know, in accordance to your plan, then you have every right to react. And that's the same as me on gold.
We want one of those opens where it doesn't just fly straight away.
Yeah. And it's been pretty good of late, London Open. Volume wise, last few weeks. That's pretty cool. It zooms in my face when I'm bloody taking a swig of the water. All you can see is this massive water bottle. The rest of a good day to you. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Looking at potential gold sells for the open, just waiting patiently. Hopefully 18 more minutes. Set some rules that I want to see, and if it ticks it off, then I will happily look for a sell. But if not, gonna be waiting. Would that be the buy option now? Look, if this 15-minute close is bearish at the resistance and it's essentially paused, and if we do close, that's if we do close back above on the following M15, closing the M30 above, and that will give me also probably a catalyst to look for the buy at this stage. So there could be options. Would definitely be options. Silva, very, very nice sir. Live reporting, thank you. Appreciate you. To be honest, it wasn't my best effort this morning, but it's because I'm buggered. Well, it's evening my time. It's afternoon. Got really heavy eyes. Oh, no. And I've eaten like a horse as well since the gym. I'm trying to put on a bit of size, so trying to increase the calorie intake, and I think that's also made me very sluggish at the moment.
Wait, what are you aiming for?
Just another about 4 kilo.
Oh no, I mean the calorie intake.
Oh, calorie intake. I don't really count them, to be honest. I just, because I still eat clean and healthy, I just eat extra on a couple days a week.
Yeah.
I've never counted calories, man, but I've been really good at. I wanted to compete at one point, just in amateur physique, not the dude that prances around his speedos, man. Not that. That's not me. Thank you for the sub. That obviously tickled someone's fancy. the guys that wear the boardies, you know, those guys. So that's, you're not showing as much of the package. So that's what I wanted to do, amateur physique tournament. And I swear I could have done it probably about just before COVID. Now still consider it in the future. Decent shape, not as good as it was back then, but I know exactly what I have to do, and I never counted calories. I just know what to eat and how to train.
Yeah,
so
I feel like if you do it for, even if you do it for a week or two, you then just have an idea of what you need anyway.
Exactly.
I think
that and a bit of cardio as well, which I'm not doing at the moment. So right now I'm what, 64 kilos? So bit of a lightweight. But for my height, that's pretty good. think the most of the way was like 71 point when I was really going crazy at the gym.
Going for it. Yeah.
DJ's absolute crap. Alright, so how did the 15 close? Close the doji. Typical. That's the 5-minute one. We just need to wait 13 minutes. Let's see. Would have preferred that to close bearish, to be honest. Right, that pause. If I was to look for a buy above on engulfing 15-minute candle, M30 closure above, I would tick 2 boxes. Tap in, continuation. That'd be the 3rd tick, and that's your entry. Alright, watching go on the M5, still has the staircase. Yeah, still cranks my those high highs. I think a good mate of mine from training from the old stream, you probably remember Jonas too, James. He once sent me across, I think he sent it into to the group at the time. I think it was called the 3 steps entry, and it was similar to this based off, I think, a 5-minute, and on the 3rd that was when, if it was into clean traffic, it was likely going to make the move. I remember vaguely, I remember him sending something into the group. I'm not sure if you remember, if it was when you were.
I remember Jane as well, yeah, but I don't remember him sending.
Yeah, it's something on the lines of that. It was actually called the 3 steps or pillars or some shit like that.
Did you see him recently? Did I see that on Instagram?
Oh no, that's Matt. Not too recently, I think I was last year sometime.
Were you not in Thailand with someone from...
Oh no, sorry, that was Appanat, yeah.
Oh, it was Appanat, oh yeah.
Yeah, he was he's in one of the originals too, so... Yeah, he's a top bloke, put up a few times.
Jonas is in Singapore, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he still trading?
Well, last I heard he was. I haven't spoken to him for a while.
He was smashing it at one point. He had a funded account, didn't he? And he was...
Yeah, I think he was one of the fortunate ones that got caught up with the funding talent bullshit back in the day when they...
Oh, really?
Yeah, got busted. So... Yeah, I think he struggled after that, but I'm not sure if he's on it again or what he's doing. Must send him a message, see how he's going. Spoke to Matt a couple of days back. Yeah,
how's he doing?
Yeah, he's fine. He's all good. I don't think he's bothering with the trading, to be honest. But
is he still in Dubai?
Yeah, I think so.
So he's just doing all the EA stuff still, not doing...
Yeah, I think that's his focus. I'm not too sure if he's doing the signals anymore. I have no idea. Don't know what the deal is with the old group. Yeah, but he sent his regards and had a little chit chat, and yeah, everything's good. Alright, so we may have a bit of a catalyst forming on gold. 30-minute closing bearish, 15-minute closing bearish engulfing. Back below that resistance. could get entries at the open, but again, there's 9 minutes left, so gold has the volume. It could make a massive push just now if it does. Not taking any impulsive entry just now, and wait patiently for this candle to close.
Jeez, gonna do the same as well.
Yeah, typical. At least the GU, I'm not sure if you're so familiar with the limit order entries, but I think there still could potentially be an entry on GU.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a limit if it closes as low as it is.
I just on gold. The only thing I may consider, if it pushes a little bit more, is maybe layering into it. So taking first entry, maybe as it creates the upper wick, second entry as it breaks its own, flips back bearish maybe, and possibly the last third as it breaks the low of the 30-minute. That could be an option, and that would just require basically market execution orders.
Yeah, I quite like that idea.
I think that could be a decent idea.
Add risk on each confluence.
Yeah, exactly. So the first one will be the 30-minute closing back bearish and waiting for the new candle create upper wick. Open first entry. Second entry as it flips. Third as it breaks the low. Or maybe just 2 entries, I'll see. Like for it to close bearish engulfing in 15. That would be fantastic. Because right now we've got a high low high high. We are so far looks like we could be closing back bearish, but I want to see a little bit more of a catalyst. So that for me would be 15-minute bearish engulfing, and that would definitely then tick the box to look for a sell at the open. So let's mark in low of 15, the previous 15. That's where I want this candle to close below. Alright, 3 leg. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's something along those lines. GJ, just see about a number, still not doing nothing. So be prepared, guys, for what could be a potential gold entry if you're following along. Stop loss likely have to be above the 15, just to give you a little bit better option for, otherwise stop loss is going to be really wide based off 30. It still could be if this candle continues to melt. That's why I may choose to layer in. I was considering.
How many trades? Sorry, Paul.
I'm just going to say I am considering doing NY today, but I would have been more likely to do it had I have slept last night. So just depends how tired I am. Because last week I really hit the wall coming about 30 minutes into the NY session. I just had to leave. I was falling asleep. So I'll see how I go. I'll keep you guys posted. What were you going to say, man?
How many trades have you taken this week?
Just one. Just the first one on Monday. The one on stream.
Was that gold?
Yeah, the gold sell. That was it.
Was that a win?
Yeah, it was a nice win. Zero. I got slipped 2 pips, but still had 0 drawdown. So worked out really nicely. But I think that was the same time that you took GU. Remember?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah.
How about yourself? You?
Yeah, I'm only one GU trade.
Yeah. I'm assuming I'll get copyrighted for this music. I'm not sure. Pick some lofi hip hop stream. I don't know. It says it's no copyright, but God knows. I've always had issues with that, but lately it's been good. The last dozen streams or so I haven't copped one, so it's not a copyright strike. It's just the owner of the content, somehow the algorithm picks it up and it just warns you not to, you know, just be careful. Not an official strike, but no idea how it affects the channel in the end. I don't think there's a limit. All right, just under 3 minutes. Gold has to close below his white line at 22.87.670 if I'm to look for a sell. If not, then all we've got is a weak bearish closure with a high low, higher high to the previous. Could just be a pause. I'm not as keen. So once again, that's the rule I've created, and now I stick to that rule and I patiently wait. If it doesn't tick the box, no entry for me. Simple as that, and it just eliminates the emotions completely from the entry, from the system in general. That's just what I do. And yes, sometimes you miss the move, but a lot of time you're saved from a shithouse entry just by following some solid rules that you know will work, 75 to 80, 90% of the time. Once again, guys, if you could just hit the like button and see if we can get string up to around 70 today, minimum. Likes to around minimum 50. Let's keep an eye on gold. So it's popping back down below that line, that horizontal. So we could have, at this stage, it looks like it's going to close a bearish engulfing. So I may enter on multiple entries here. I'll let you know if I do, as soon as I do, take entries, but I may market execute, so just be ready, guys. Otherwise, entry below low upon continuation would make sense, but I want to see an upper wick. Has to form an upper wick. I may take one entry as it taps into low that bullish candle. It does pull back to create the upper wick, and then the following entry as it breaks the low of the catalyst candle, which is about to close. So hit GU. Yep, look at it shortly. Just focused on gold right now. Leave a bit of a low wick. Come on, you bastard. Oh man, it's gonna leave the tiniest wick. It's got a small one on my MetaTrader. Alright, waiting for it to pull back a bit higher. If it doesn't, I might enter on the flip. So I'll let you know when I take the first entry. Looking at potential first entry at 22.87.670. So as soon as it taps into that level, I'm just going to market execute a sell. All right, so I've taken a little entry as it tapped in. Now I'm going to look to add to it if it breaks the low of the current candle. I'm just setting up a sell stop below the low. 8.8 is the low. So I've got a sell stop at 6.5 and I'm in a small entry just now. Stop loss is above the high of that swing. So second entry is at 6.5. My first entry is at 60. $62. All right, sorry guys, just adjusting this. So entry 1 is 62. And entry 2 is a little bit lower down, it's not triggered in just yet. 65. 2286.65 is the entry on the flip. Scaling into it. And let's see. So I've got one position currently running. The plan is to layer in if it does begin to flip and break its own low. DJ moving up, but still in the middle of nowhere, so no entry for me. G2 at 7.62. So 6.5 is where I've got a sell stop. That's it. That's what I'm currently looking at. Alright, so all systems go. Best of luck for all of us. That's it. Let's see. So it's near my entry if you're on that first entry. If anyone isn't in it and you're considering it, probably not too late. But only enter if it's in accordance to your plan. Don't just enter because I've taken a trade. You guys should understand the trade and accept the risk involved. So yeah, 22.80. Oh yeah, sorry. Thanks for the correction. What's GU up to? Oh wow. Pulling back a bit further.
There's a big top wick, that isn't it?
That's a massive top wick. Wouldn't have expected that. So you kind of wanted to do what gold's doing, start to reject, but I mean that's pulled back way for that's now just consolidating.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I mean gold's looking okay. Got a few pips profit on entry one. And if it flips, breaks a lot of the previous candle or current candle and previous, going to be involved in entry two.
Yeah, I feel like if you get triggered in your second position there, that's you're laughing. Gbpusd still doesn't have a bottom wick, and it's still respecting previous high.
Yeah, it could definitely pop back down, but
It's gone higher. Yeah, it's gone
Yeah.
higher than you want.
yeah, exactly. Gone higher than what I would have wanted it to.
Especially the 5 minute closing back into that, isn't it?
Yep. Now, way of managing this, if it breaks its own high again, it could just close half, and that's just a way of managing the risk, keeping the loss very, very small. If it does just continue to pull back and you don't get triggered into that second position. But we'll see. I'm not too fussed just yet. It's just a small position, obviously, because I'm layering in. Okay, I hope I don't get copyright for this, so I don't get a warning. I think his music's not too bad, to be honest. I'm digging it. Come on, guys. Just hit that like button. Let others know we're in a trade. 33 likes, 69 view on the stream, not a bad number. We need to flip. Keeps coming close to its open and just popping back up.
Looks good on 30 minutes though. Your gold train.
Yeah, it still looks good because we've tapped into that zone again and we are rejecting it, so to me it looks fine. Just needs to flip. Because here's popping back up again. Every time it gets into a decent 3-4 pip profit, it's goes back to entry or back down a pip or so. Sexy, BTC's dropped. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Wow, it's into clean traffic. This thing could really shit the bed just now. Still not sure how I feel about crypto, the Wild West. I'm out of it right now. I'm not sure if I really want to get back in it, to be honest, even if shit does sink. A few coins I'm following, but I'm not in any hurry, to be honest.
GE make version.
Yeah, they're both struggling a bit. So almost 13 minutes into London session. I'm currently just over around 3.5 pips in profit on position 1. But again, it's not in any hurry. Here we go, needs to flip. Gets close and rejects. Daniel, good morning, man. Hope you're well. Alright, so it flipped. Alright, so if you're only in position 1 and you're not taking a Larry into it, then you could probably get to break even now because you've broken low the previous candle. You've broken flip bearish. You've got more than 10 pips on the table. So it's a win on that entry. Stop loss to entry. I've not been triggered in on the second trade. Oh, have I? Oh, it didn't trigger me in because the bloody... Oh man, 1 to 30 leverage. I swear Shit, I must have gone for too big a lot size. So you're probably in now, guys. I'm not in it, to be honest. I did change my lot size. I'm in the first entry. And I've got 10 on the table. So yeah, so I'll follow along in a second. I'm not going to jump into it. I'm at break even. And I've only secured half because I want to let it go a bit more. So entry 2 was at 8665. For those of you who are taking it on the flip, I'd be moving my stop loss to the entry candle. Because you have no need, so you have low, high, low, low. You've spent the best part of 15 minutes creating up a wick. You have no need to pull back up and break your own high. So I've just taken a win, just a small win. But yeah, if you did take the second position, you're pretty much at entry. You're maybe a pip profit or so. Bloody hell, man, mate. I've got because of the leverage here, 1 to 30. I didn't get triggered in the second entry. I thought I definitely had enough to I halved my lot size, but obviously it's not enough because it should be in and it's disappeared. I think it's not a bad thing. It's there for a reason, to protect the customer. 1 to 30 here in Oz. Still not a bad position. It's, look, I don't trade massive lots, guys. It was just over a lot, just over 1 lot, the first position. And that's well in profit now. We've got about 12 pips on the table, 11. So second position, I'd be targeting the 10 to begin. So what's that? 8565. So you're looking good. You got about 4, or spoke too soon. You had about 4 pips on the table. Well, W, nice one. Good work. So this is what I'd be doing on the second position. If it breaks its own high, I'd be out if it were me. Because once again, it's got a lower high, lower low. It's broken low to previous. Spent best part 15 minutes creating the upper wick. It has no need to pull back up, break its own high again. And if that's to be the case, then this may have just been a pause. We could create a high low and then begin to pop above, creating a high high. So that's how I'd be managing it. Let's go, drop. Alrighty guys, so who's in this? Who's in gold entries? Did anyone take the early entry and secure some profit? Is anyone currently in the second entry, which unfortunately never got triggered into? Because if you are, it's still looking fine. In my opinion, it's still looking good. Took my trailing stops. Oh, okay. So you took a W though, I'm assuming. Frank, you're in the second entry. All right. $14 pips, nice one. So it's a W for you as well. RS, you're in the early entry, nice one. Good work. So look, it's up to you, but hopefully you're at break even, seeing you've had more than enough profit on the table to consider securing. Under 15 close. Yeah, see, really, this candle should just melt it. The way the previous candle closed long wick to the upside has no need to keep pulling back. It should have really made the move without pulling back just now. So that's a little bit off-putting. It's a little bit frustrating, but just wait and see. Still technically valid. Yeah, again, if it breaks its own high, I'd probably just exit if I was in it. Is there any structure in a 5 minute? If you want a major, I mean, you could probably cut half if it breaks the 5 minute high. Previous 5 minute, because you got high, low, high, high. It's likely to make a deeper pullback. That is to be the case. Maybe tap into that zone, which is where the current stop loss would be had I been in that second position. Well, yeah, it's first entry, nice one. So you've also had a nice win. Well done. Alright, you played well. Paid well. Paid well, nice one. Yeah, in the end. Wow, look at that. So gold's trying to come down, G's trying to go up. So are the other majors trying to go? They are. So gold's the only thing that's kind of bucking the current trend at the open. Frank hopefully will reject the midpoint of the Asian session. Yeah, it's still looking alright. It's still looking okay. Alright guys, 76 viewers. Let's just, if we can, hit the like button. So personally, I've got the one position and it's still got a little runner in. I've secured profit, and a second position, you're in a little bit of drawdown just now. Alright, so GJ approaching that zone just now, so it'll be interesting to see how it reacts to it. If it rejects, to potentially come back down or starts to pop above it. And if gold closes as is on the 30 minutes of weak bullish candle, I mean, there's nothing to suggest a re-entry below the low of the pause is not valid. I mean, that would be also a valid entry, but I'm not gonna take it, to be honest. But if anyone's not in yet and they're waiting for more, that would be my next option. But I would prefer for it to make the move in the next 6 minutes had I been in this trade just now. So there we go. So it's now back at entry. Quite a long one, quite a long drawn out one. Most of my trades are done, over and done with in 10-15 minutes. Unless a runner keeps going. But the result, win, lose, or draw, is usually within 10-15 minutes. Sometimes within a minute or so. Especially the winners without the drawdown. Alright, come on, gold. Push, just drop a bit more. The breaks so low, should be right to continue. And what you really could do now to manage it is you could try to stop to the M5, just above the M5. Oh, now it's popping up. Oof, oof, so I'd probably be out by now. volume is a bit berserk at the moment. Wow, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, this would not make me feel good. This is just popping up and down 10, 15 pips. Don't know what to make of that. That is crazy. So something might be going on. Be very careful. Is anyone in this second trade? Is anyone still in it? What are you doing? How are you trailing your stop? The whipping post, no volume. Are you on bank holes? It could be. Yeah, I wouldn't be feeling great about this. You had about 4 or so pips on the table, I think. I don't know what to call this, to be honest, because if it works, I don't know. I think it would have taken a stop loss out. Yeah, so it could be the lack of volume because of EU. That's making it a little bit jumpy at the moment. Sexy, BTC might be a trade for today. Look at that. How's that for a breakout? Yeah, target's 56.84, first target. Or 56.80 roughly. All right. Let me know, guys. Who's in this? What's the deal? Who's in this gold re-entry, and how are you managing it right now? Because you still might get the win. Steve, off score run, all good, man. So you got in on the first entry, nice one, good work. Frank just waiting to see if the midpoint of the Asian session holds. If closes above, I'm out. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, right now it's looking pretty good. Right now is definitely looking good. The concern would be though, the new candle open up and there is a fair bit of volatility about, so it could wick back to create a decent upper wick. So I'd normally probably just get to break even. I reckon I would be getting a break even, in all honesty, on the second entry. You'd have about 5+ pips on the table, and I just don't like the volatility at the moment. Yeah, you'd have 6 pips on the table, so I'd definitely be at break even coming to the close of the M30. That's just how I roll. I'd accept it if it came back to entry and took me out. Because look at that, it's skipping a fair few pips at a time. Thank you for the sub. So the analysis is playing out though, which is good to see. So actually, hopefully M30 gives a pullback for a decent entry on Bitcoin. Yeah, so that's what I'd be looking at too if I was trading it. See, look at that. That's just nuts on gold. I think we did pretty well on that first entry. Yeah, so I'd be looking for a pullback to most recent support. It's broken. So I'd say really 59.30, 59.20 for rejection. Otherwise, back of the 4-hour support, previous level. That's support. It's just broken the 4-hour. Thank you for the sub, guys. Yeah, that's what I'd be looking at on Bitcoin. If it starts to pop back above 61,000, then I think it could make a move back to the upside. So potentially could just be a fake out, grabbing some liquidity from the downside. But like I said at start of stream, when I had a look at this, that's probably your first catalyst that you've had that price could continue to the downside, because you got a strong closure in this zone of support below the bodies that counts to the left hand side. So that's the first candle that's done so. Many candles have tapped into this level and need to reject. Finally got a strong closure below it. So as I mentioned at the start of stream, as it breaks the low of the current candle, creating some lower highs, lower lows, and look what it's done. It's just absolutely shitting the bed right now. So yeah, could be the trade of the day. man, gold. So it breaks the low. I think it has. So there we go. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like watching it when it's skipping 5 pips, 10 pips at a time. For me, and I'd rather get out. Well, there's hello to you. So once again, if you're still in that second entry, you probably, I mean, if you, depends how you're trailing your stops, but you're likely still in the trade. How about GU?
Yeah, GU's is dead for sales.
Yeah, at the moment.
GJ looks like it's just going to smash straight through that level.
Yeah, we both know there's every chance it could. It could easily do it.
Yeah.
It's been doing nothing for 2 days now, so there is a good chance it could just absolutely go straight through it. But once again, being GJ, it could just trigger you into a trade. In anticipation, will make the move and pulls right back down below. So that's why, you know, we're more patient with it. That comes with experience, that's for sure. All right, so who's still in this and who has taken some profit on the second entry? Because you've tapped into your 10. Brian Jones, good day to you. I reckon I can pretty much call out as a W, to be honest, guys. W on gold, second entry, 54k for, there we go. So, call 2, we took 1 myself. And we called the second one, so... Oops, what am I doing? Just so the people who pop on know that what they're missing out on, because we are a new stream, so obviously I want to show the results. And I'm fully transparent, I don't trade massive lots, guys. I've traded bigger lots, I've traded much bigger lots than what I'm trading now. But still trading, still doing it live, so. And it's not as easy as it seems, to be honest. I mean, put yourself in a hot seat, it really isn't that easy. But for me, I don't give a fuck, to be honest, excuse the language, but sorry, Steve, mate, if you still got the kids in the car. Apologies. Yeah, but honestly, like, for me, it's just, I'm going to be trading. I'm comfortable and confident doing what I do, so I might as well just share it with you guys. And you know, I do the coaching and I've helped a lot of people a lot of traders become a lot more competent and disciplined. And it takes time. But to actually sit here and call these trades live, it's a lot more difficult than what you guys think. But for me, it's not. For me, I just, again, it's total, there is no emotion involved. Absolutely none. Because you hear me call it what I want to see, the rules that I'm setting, and I'll only enter if it ticks the box. If not, I don't enter. Simple. I'm happy that you guys, if you're telling me you're taking wins, you know, whatever trade it is, fantastic. I hope we all do well, but again, I don't get FOMO. I'm not jealous. I know I just need to wait and I'll get my entry as well. So that's gold. So right now I'd just be waiting. They're the entries. So look, if you're still not in an entry, what I'd be waiting for just now is interruption play. So you're just reassessing as counters as more data prints. So what I'd be looking for is bearish engulfing closure on this M15, like so, and now I'd be setting a sell limit order back at the low of that bullish candle, and that's your next potential entry. be the entry. Back as it taps in, so you set sell limit. Once you got the confirmation, remember it has to close about minimum of about 7 pips. And that's probably what I've been waiting for. Oh, I've got to fix this camera angle. Alright, let's keep an eye on JJ then. Just one moment. Gonna do one for the gram, guys. If you're not following me on IG, please feel free to do so. You'll find my IG details down below in the description and all the other social media details, so do give us a follow. Like I mentioned before, especially on Twitter, I do a lot of chart markups and that, so it's worth giving me a follow on that. I do go into a bit of detail as well. It's not just some zones. I actually do a bit of a type up as to what I want to see, just to give you a little bit of an indication. So, you know, draw in the actual arrows and that as well, but I actually explain what I'd be looking for. So do give us a follow on Twitter as well. I will have a lot more reels and YouTube shorts and that to come soon. But obviously, BK earlier, who was in the chat earlier, if anyone needs someone to edit videos, he is the man. So if you're interested, if you want his details, just send me a message and I'll happily share that with you. So let's go W on first entry. Good work, RS. I think gold is testing yesterday's close. Yeah, so the way I see this is it has lower high, lower low to the previous. It's respected the high upon the pullback, obviously, so it has respected this resistance is formed within the current daily candle, and it's now pulling back to potentially retest the low. So I feel still the sells below the previous daily, well, the current daily candle's low, sorry, are also valid. But similar to what I mentioned before about the buys, I won't just be selling it if it comes straight from these highs, because it's already made a significant push. And I would have said to myself, had I not been in at this point up higher, that's where the move I should have been. That's where the point I should have been involved in the move, as opposed to getting involved right at the lows. Doesn't mean it won't make the move or it can't make the move, but I just feel more comfortable the way I trade to being from higher up, having seen it create such a big move prior to the support here. So all right, so keep an eye on NGJ. Frank, next possible barrier with gold is yesterday's low. Yep, I agree. And that's where I would, if I was still in a position, I mean, in that second position, that's where I'd be targeting. So we've got about 24 pips on the runner on the first position. Now I'm just going to target the lows. I'm going to target 22.8350. Wow, there we go. So this is my target. I'm going to close it at the 50. And that'll be job done. And you could trail a stop. It's probably best to do. That's what I'm probably going to do now. I'm going to try to stop to the entry, the current candle. And that's safely into profit. So what's that? It's about, I've tried to stop to like 6 pip profit, basically. So I think that was a great turn goal. Very nice trade, and that's a nice drop at the moment. Come on, keep going. Although I hit my trailing stops, W analysis. Yeah, so it's good to see that obviously the early entry getting in on the creation of the upper wick paid dividends. So it's something I'm starting to do a little bit. Unfortunately, it was just half my normal position, but still, you've got a decent runner going. It still makes it for a decent return. So I'm pretty happy with it. Just gonna close another half. So I've got a small position running. Oh, wow. As soon as I close another half, it drops, it shits the bed another 7-8 pips. All right, so here we go. It's about to hit full TP. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Here we go. A little bit more. Really tempted just to close it. Yeah, stuff it. I'm closing it just in case. Just in case. So that's a nice win. That was about 40, just over 40 pips. So pretty happy with that. Good day on stream. Good week so far. What are you guys looking at? Anyone else looking at anything else? What's GJ up to? So it's trying to reject. All right. So what would I want to see? Let's do the analysis you get on GJ. So all right, I would want to see is 15, which is not going to do. Close back a strong bearish candle, and then look for that pause on the following 15 minutes. Still closing back the M30 bearish. Not going to have that obviously just now, so the next option would be probably not going to be an engulfing candle, obviously. Yeah, so I need to wait. If it were me on GJ against that previous strong body bullish candle, I probably need to see a little bit more than just one candle closing back bearish. I'm not going to have the minor support form within the 30-minute candle and 15. We've got it on the 5-minute. You could use that at an area of rejection to potentially sell it, but again, I'm more conservative, so what I want to see is for this candle to still close back relatively strong bearish, followed by within the new 30-minute candle. I mean, most of you guys know exactly what I'm going to say. Maybe the first 15 closes weak bullish, or even a second 15 closes weak bullish. As long as we have a little bit of a pause, then I can potentially look for the entry, especially if it's a weak bullish candle. I can look for the impulse entries. Price begins to break that support. If it's a bit of a stronger candle, then you guys know I need to wait for a closure back below it, and the way to determine whether it's a strong or weak candle, you can use the fib. If it closes below the 50, you can say to yourself it's a weak pause. So therefore you can take it on impulse, and that's in my book of rules. It's in my course. If it closes above the 50%, top to bottom, then it's more of a stronger close. So that would mean, suggest to me I need to wait for another candle to close and close back below the support purchase done. Keeping it very simple. Ben, well done, King. Thank you, my friend. Well done to you. Just Tony, what a drop. TP here. Nice one. Good work, guys. Ben, yeah. Oh, man. Trust your luck, brother. Gonna have a catch up soon. Do have to have a catch up for Gbpjpy. That's just the markets. That is, markets can do anything. All we can do is go off past data and what works for us, our own edge, use our edge to our advantage and execute accordingly, because it can do anything. In reality, no one knows what's going to do next. If you knew, it'd be as simple as you'd win every trade, wouldn't you? You don't know. We don't have a crystal ball to be able to predict exactly where it's going to go. But once again, all we can use is our past data to the left hand side, use our edge, use our intuition as well, make sure we've got our levels marked in correctly. So I like to think I mark mine in quite well, but I know others mark it very differently. Others don't even use these wicks as a zone, or they might just use one random wick in between. I have my zones placed at certain levels for particular reasons. So, and to me, they line up perfectly with the areas that I generally want to get involved. And I think you guys see it on stream. So it's not guesswork. It takes time to practice all this. Time and patience. I mean, on the charts regularly the same time each day for for how many years now? Sexy is more frustrating than lost to me when you get taken at break even. The most frustrating thing for me is to have done the analysis and it ticks the box, and then to have doubted it for whatever reason, not taking the entry. That's the most frustrating thing. That's more frustrating than taking a loss. I mean, I'm not even frustrated by the loss as long as it ticks the box and I haven't done anything stupid. It's just part of it. You need to accept it. That's the reality of trading. If anyone says they got 100% win rate and have been doing it for a couple of years, run for the hills, run for the mountains. Oh, what guys, I'm digging these tunes. These tunes are great. Come on guys, let's get those likes up to 50. Let's do it. Give your man a break. Hit that like button. Ben, I agree. Can't take that shit, otherwise you'd be jumping back in from it. Exactly right. 100% right. It's just once the trade's done, that's it. It's over. You need to just move on. You can't just jump back in because you may have missed out while others have taken a win out of FOMO. You just need to accept that's just what happened for your particular entry for whatever reason, maybe the way you managed it. And it's the way you chose to go about it. So you need to accept the result and understand it is part of trading. So exactly, like you've definitely got the right attitude. Thankfully Mr. Justin has traded that out of me. Nice one. Took a while at the beginning, that's for sure, but as it does with most traders, obviously. So Yeah, if anyone has issues with discipline, overtraining, not knowing how to create and set some rules, welcome to contact me. And my coaching, again, it's all priced very fairly. No, it's not, I don't charge an arm and a leg. I try to make it affordable for everyone. And I go to such lengths to help. It's not just the session you get everything in between. You get markups, you get daily contact. I can hold you accountable. Obviously at sessions, and the sessions I'm not fast really how long they go for. It's minimum of an hour, but they generally go for closer to 90 minutes. So Ben, tunes banging. I agree, man. I just hope I don't get a warning for it. Tony, nice gold sell. Justin managed to catch it whilst driving to work. Good work. Well done, my friend. Still wasn't quite. I'm happy I closed just before full TP. At break-even call, TP 2281.56. Okay, nice one. At least that's your plan, so that's fair enough. Totally fair enough. May consider trailing your stop so you can secure profit, but again, it's up to the individual. Everyone has different ways of going about managing trades. So if that's your plan, then fantastic, mate. Yeah, good job. Bernie was the check-ins daily where you get the I'm not angry, just disappointed. Yeah, I think from my end, like I've heard this all well, too many times already. But the more I say it to you guys, the more it sinks in. And whilst I was away, I think she wouldn't mind me sharing this. The lady I coach, who obviously trades NAS and gold during MY, had a little bit of a slip up for those few months. And since she's gone back into routine, back to journaling and all that stuff, which she stopped doing, the results are following again. She had a really good week last week. She's had a great start to this week. So she's starting to get back to the good old habits. And bad habits are starting to creep out of the system again, taking impulsive trades out of consolidation and things like that. So it makes a big difference to have someone hold you accountable on the daily. And I promised to have the Discord up very soon. Just need to test it out. Yeah, so obviously it might involve you guys, Ben, and I mean James as well, man. If you're interested, let me know. Just send us a message on IG and I'll let you know. Actually, I'll just contact you on IG.
Yeah, I'll definitely be keen to join. Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, because I'll get you guys to help me test it out. And yeah, Tommy as well. I know he's busy this week. He contacted me earlier today or yesterday. Yeah, so it's set up, man. Staxy's set up. I just need to make sure that certain permissions, like I've got them set correctly. Right, great. Convert Discord over IG. Discord, yeah, it's a good server. A lot of groups that I've been involved with use Discord, and I find it very easy to use. Telegram is just not enough you can do with it, I think. It's just good for straight messaging. Ben, yeah, I agree. Value aplenty in Discord. BJ is about to close. I was embarrassed, but still not enough for me. How about GU? GU closes bearish engulfing on the M15. And it's going to close with long wick to the upside, having tapped into that level of resistance on the 30 minute. So it's going to close a liquidity grab candle, bearish engulfing the M15. I think that'd be a pretty decent entry. But that's the rule I'd be setting right now. And again, very simple. It either ticks the box or not.
Yeah,
So,
that's my plan.
yeah,
as long as it engulfs.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. I mean, it would still make sense if this closes as a doji, but I would feel a lot more comfortable. And again, it's just a matter of comfort for you guys. What do you want to see? And just that's the rule you create. For me, to make me feel really comfortable in executing a trade like this on GU. Simple rule: bearish engulfing in 15 and overtake it every day of the week. Doriska Disco is called just many impersonating scum. That is true, actually. That's something you need to be careful with, or careful about. But what I would suggest is, I will not directly contact. So if anyone's claiming to be me, never answer it. You guys are more than welcome to contact me at any point. I will reply, but I leave it for you guys to contact me, because I know I'm fully aware there's a lot of scammers out there. The last thing I want to do is for you guys to get scammed from someone claiming to be me. So never reply to a message that's supposedly sent directly by me if you have not contacted me in the first place. Just that's how it rolls. That's how we roll. I always encourage you guys to contact me to say g'day, and some of you have, and I always reply. You guys know it. I always reply. Need to just keep your wits about you. Alright, so GU's flipping, so it doesn't look like, you know, give the option. GJ. Yeah, so I've been waiting for a pause. It's a nice closure on the 50, on the 30. But I'd like to see a bit of a pause. Thank you for the sub. How's this new cam? Every time I take a swig, it just zooms right in. And it's just water. I haven't had a drop of alcohol for about more than 6 weeks now. So Sage, gold. Sorry man, what were we saying?
So well played, that's good going. 6 weeks.
6 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
But mind you, that's coming off a pretty a bit of what's called extended sprint on the beers over in Thailand.
Yeah, gotta take the positives.
Well, that's it. Exactly, you do. But I mean, it's hard not to have a beer, especially over there with dinner and that, because it's warm. So the climate's it's perfect for it. Cold beer goes down absolutely perfect. I make cocktail slurpees. Oh man, they're sickly sweet.
I love stuff like that.
Oh man, I mean, it tastes good the you know, first initial few zips, and then start to feel it. I get sensitive teeth, so the combination of the ice and the sugar, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, they've got to be short drinks.
Yeah, man, they give you like buckets. My girlfriend and I shared one at this particular venue in up north in Chiang Mai, and she spoke to them and asked them to make sure they can make it strong, because usually they're quite weak, those sort of drinks. Oh man, my word, was it strong. It was, I reckon half the thing was alcohol. She had to order some juice on the side to pour it in because it was that strong. It was ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah, and she...
What alcohol do they use? Vodka?
It was Bacardi with that one.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was hammered. She was wrecked the next day. And I was still drunk when I got out of bed. I stumbled down the road to get some breakfast. Oh man, that was a tough day. So gold pullback. Yeah, so gold. I don't like that wick, so I'm really glad that I closed full, to be honest. Yeah, 15 is becoming a bit messy. So yeah, I wanted to now pull back to that exact same level, 22.88 roughly, or even beyond that, 22.89, around that sort of level, and look for rejection again. And now what you could argue is we've pulled back and respected a daily low. We've closed so far above the support formed at a daily low. So now if we begin to pull back up and break the most recent high, the resistance formed at, I think that's the current, no, it's not the current daily high, but it's the resistance formed within the current daily candle. We've got clean traffic to the left, and I think it could be buy options. So I'd now be adjusting this zone across. And I would say buys are definitely on the table if we start to pop above that level. For sure, the buys would be an option. Break even. Okay, mate. Well, at least he managed it, so well done. Ben, man's a lean, mean pip catching machine these days. But again, the markets can always humble you, so just take each trade at a time. But it just goes to show you follow your rules, the results tend to follow. Sure, I thought you were going to say 6 hours. Oh, the beers. Yeah, I used to have a little hidden cup because it used to be Wednesday night for me, because I usually have Thursday morning free. So I used to just relax and have 2 or 3 beers with dinner. Sometimes I'd get a little red cup out so you guys couldn't tell might be beer in it, but that was at the end of the stream. But never while I was taking a trade, would not be that reckless. Told you guys the story about one time over in Thailand when I was out and I thought I was hitting a bit. Bitcoin cash trade, it was like 2k up. Ended up taking some more trades while I was out. Pretty heavy night out. Woke up, the whole thing was gone. Wasn't a good feeling. It was not a good feeling. And that was probably about 6 years ago now. There's nothing wrong with a beer. The weather's not really on favour for it right now. It's Melbourne. Miserable. Actually, today wasn't too bad. But for the most part, it's miserable now until November, December. Bitcoin still dropping. Interesting. Should consider, I may consider just chucking, well, I've got a small account. I might trade it live on stream occasionally. If something presents like this on Bitcoin. Just to test the waters. Omar, golden. In reference to gold. That is your question. So now it's just looks like its price action is a little bit indecisive within the current range. We've got in some nice sells, already secured profit on 2 entries. I only got the one though, the early entry. But yeah, but now I'd be waiting for a price to either come back down to 22.83 roughly to form support, to look for a potential buy, otherwise retrace yet again back towards the high of this resistance for the sells, and continuation buys above that resistance, continuation sells below the current daily candles low. That's simply how I'd be looking at trading gold right now. So it's not as simple as waiting for one candle close back bullish at support, especially if it's coming from the high. I want it to create a little bit of consolidation, a little bit of a pause, so at least one 15-minute candle closing back, a weak bearish candle, and as soon as you begin to pop above it, Closures above are a greater confirmation. But once again, just depends how that 15-minute closes was to close back. A weak bearish candle, it might be just a minor pause, and we could continue once we begin to create higher lows, higher highs on the 30-minute time frame. So that's potential buy option from lower down. Similar thing for the sells at the resistance. GJ, yeah, it's just not, just doesn't seem to have the volume, doesn't have the legs right now. But as we were saying before, it could just fly at any point. It's building up liquidity. That's what consolidation does. And knowing GJ, it's likely just going to make a move, but I would still never just buy stop it. No way, because it could reject. Why didn't, you know, any of these candles tapped into the zone continue to the upside? So still the closures above apply for the buy. The good thing is we're starting to form a support at resistance, so if that's the case, and it's looking like it could be a strong bullish close, have a look at the 4 hour. 4 hours just consolidating, but you may have your first catalyst suggest we may continue up. But once again, I'd like this candle to close, if not above in the next 52 minutes, well into the zone close to the high, and then look for a pullback, support to form on the lower wick of the new 4 hour candle. You want to respect the most recent support it's formed just at this point here. You can say to yourself that could be the potential buy from low down, as long as it creates a clean move through this gray zone, because then it opens it up. Pull back, form a support, and you can look to buy it, continuation buys as it breaks the 4 hour candle tie. So I'd want price action to do this, maybe even wick above, but close strongly into this gray zone, close to 4 hour, nice strong candle, then the pullback. I swear I keep changing, but it doesn't change. Like so. And if it respects the support it's forming just now, and I get the right catalyst to buy it, then I would definitely consider buying it from this area here, because at least you've opened up this zone, you've cut through these wicks to the left, and it becomes a pretty clean little range within the zone, the wider range, the 4 hour range anyway. Otherwise, buys above the high upon continuation. Having formed support just below the resistance, we should respect it. If we are to continue bullish, just create a high low, higher high, and if we begin to break it, then what we're likely to do is come back down. So I'd be patiently waiting for closure below it and look for continuation sales, but I'd be quick to manage it because you're selling back into consolidation. So I'd just be a little bit, yeah, I don't know, a little bit cautious with it. I think that's about it, guys. I'm absolutely buggered. Not the best stream today as far as, I mean, I'm barely break out in a proper sentence. I'm absolutely buggered. I don't think I will do an MI stream, to be honest. My eyes are shot. But I'll try to do an update video. Otherwise, I will be back once again, same time tomorrow, about 6:30 AM UK time. If anyone is interested in knowing more about any of the services I provide, obviously coaching or the course is available, then do send me an email. You can contact me, all the email address, all that stuff, social media addresses, all that down in the description below. Lots of news for MY, exactly. There is Mr. Ben Chamberlain, you are correct, so be very careful trading that. So it's probably not even worth streaming either way because of that. I wouldn't recommend trading it, but yeah, don't forget to hit the like button on the way out, guys. I wanted to get at least a 50. 46 isn't good enough. Do your man a favor, hit the like button on the way out, and do take care, trade safe. James, have a great one. Thanks for popping on. Hope to see you again tomorrow.
See you, champ. Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Cheers, mate. And to everyone else, thank you. Cheers for the support, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good stream, guys. Cheers. Bye for now.